it was a blast watching it. What was it like playing it, Peyton? What was that like, man?
Well, obviously the weather wasn't part of the plan. Both Tom and I got down there Thursday night and got to play Friday and Saturday and a couple practice rounds with Tiger and Phil, and the weather was just perfect. And then on Sunday, the heavens opened up. So that wasn't really what I was thinking about. I was pretty nervous just thinking about playing in perfect weather, much less playing in the rain and kind of trying to keep the club from falling out. But maybe in some ways it kind of helped relax a little bit because kind of your expectations kind of lower a little bit at that point. But as I said after the match, anytime you get to go behind the ropes in somebody else's field, right, playing with Tiger and Phil, I got the years ago hosted Saturday Night Live. You're behind the ropes. You're seeing how these actors and comedians go about their craft. I've always enjoyed those experiences, and what a great seat Tom and I had watching Phil and Tiger do their thing. And as you said, $20 million. I mean, that was the real winner. That's real money. It's going to get to some organizations that are helping out people who need it, and that was the best part about it.
Well, I mean, again, it's not the first time you've won in the rain in the state of Florida. Obviously, that you've had that feeling before.
It was a similar start, Rich, to my last kind of event in Florida in the rain. You're of course referring to Super Bowl 41 against the Bears. I've waited all my life and 9 years in the NFL to get to that game, and you have all these dreams of how it's going to start. It's raining. Devin Hester runs the opening kickoff back for a touchdown, and I throw an interception on my first series. So my first drive into the palmetto trees and having to have Tiger go in there and find it and tell me how to drop, that reminded me of Super Bowl 41.
I mean, I'm sitting at home and I'm thinking, like, that is just the last thing I would ever want to do. Certainly having nationally televised with Charles Barkley able to comment and chime in at any moment in time. But you were able to straighten it out. Tom, however, took a little bit longer. I've played before with playing partners or people in my group who are struggling. What was that like watching from your perspective?
It was a little awkward. I'm not going to lie. Tiger and I kind of had some things in the can ready for Phil and Tom. Tiger. Tiger wanted to bring his 3 U.S. Open trophies with him in the car in the parking lot and have me carry one, have him carry one, and then go ask if Phil wanted to carry the other. So that got scratched, but he went with kind of the gold medal line, to Phil about, hey, do you want me to mark my ball with one of my U.S. Open gold medals? So I had a couple more for Tom as the Tiger, but when the golf didn't start out so well, we kind of called an Omaha Audible on those, and just didn't feel that was appropriate at the time. And look, I could relate. I mean, I was with them, and it's no fun when you're playing by yourself in those conditions and not hitting it well. And so I thought he handled it well, and obviously kind of got back on track when he hit that awesome shot into the hole. So I thought he was a trooper the whole time, and both he and I were out of our comfort zone the entire time. I never felt comfortable really one time the entire day until it was probably over, but I was certainly glad we did it.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.